Reform is not going to come from the top down. It's not. So what we do is we have time, and we know that it's critical to reform our democracy. We know that healthy, strong democracies do not experience civil war. It means that it's going to have to come from the bottom up. When I say the bottom up, I mean turnout. Turnout. The United States has low turnout compared to other mature democracies around the world. If you think about red states, or states that we think are red, Kentucky or Tennessee, most people think, oh, these are deep red states. But if you actually look at what's happening in a place like Tennessee, what you see is that only 20%, about 20% of eligible voters in Tennessee vote in the primary. Only about 20% do. So if you talk to people who are politically active in Tennessee, what they'll tell you is, I don't know if Tennessee is a red state or a blue state. All I know is that Tennessee is a non-voting state. A non-voting state. So if up to 80% of eligible voters are standing on the sidelines, if they are not participating, then imagine what would happen if they did. We know that the voters who tend to be most active in the primaries are those in both parties that are on the political extreme. They are more ideologically extreme than the median voter. So if we had significantly higher turnout, we would get more moderate candidates because the voters that are sitting on the sidelines are themselves more moderate. And if we had significantly increased turnout, we would get a completely different makeup in the House of Representatives and the Senate. And those leaders would be closer to each other ideologically, and they would be more likely to find consensus. So what we saw happen in the last midterm was actually very heartening. Turnout in those midterm elections tends to be fairly low, and it tends to be the party that's out of the White House that gains significant seats. That did not happen, and it did not happen because turnout was unexpectedly high. And the group that surprised everybody were the 18 to 25-year-olds. 18 to 25-year-olds, They are a group, the demographic group, that is least likely to vote. Because they're least likely to vote, our politicians tend to ignore them. And instead, they pursue the policies that the most active voters want. And the most active voters are people like me, people 55 to 65, who are white. We also saw it this week in Wisconsin. In Wisconsin, this odd election where the pro-choice liberal woman won by 11 points. Wisconsin is a knife-edge state. If a party wins, it usually wins by less than 1 point. She won by 11. 11. And what was driving that? It was again 18 to 25-year-old. So that makes a difference. So the Supreme Court in Wisconsin now has a majority of Democrats. And it was one of the first things they're going to do is overturn this draconian abortion law that young people deeply disagree with. They went out to vote and it had an effect.